6 months ago, this country was stone cold dead. We had a dead country. We had a country people didn't think it was going to survive, and you ask a nasty question like that.
If you're as perpetually and terminally online as I am and many others are, you've probably heard this new term floating around about taco Trump, about taco tariffs, that Trump always chickens out. And it was coined by a guy named Robert Armstrong. He's a financial columnist, expert reporter from the Financial Times. And it's been floating around the internet for a few days, really picking up some steam. And a reporter had the gumption in the Oval Office after Jeanine Pirro's swearing in to ask Donald Trump about this term, about him and the cyclic creator of chaos, Donald Trump, and what he thinks about it. It's a remarkable moment when someone has the gall, has the motivation, has the strength of character to actually present Donald Trump with a question that needs to be asked. And he flips out. That's a nasty question. How dare you ask me that question? You should never ask that question. He freaks out in a way that is not uncommon for Donald Trump, but it's not every day you get to see the rage and the fury and his insecurity just bubble up to the top. Watch this.
And they're only doing it for hatred. They're not doing it for any reason. They know it's terrible. Terrible politics, in my opinion. But so we have no Democrat votes. That means we have to get almost all Republican votes. And I think we're very close to doing that. I think it'll be very successful. Yeah, please.
Mr. President, Wall Street analysts have coined a new term called the taco trade. They're saying Trump always chickens out on your tariff threats, and that's why markets are higher this week. What's your response to that?
I kick out?
Chicken out.
Oh, isn't that nice? Chicken out. I've never heard that. You mean because I reduced China from 145% that I set down to 100 and then down to another number? And I said you have to open up your whole country, and because I gave the European Union a 50% tax tariff, and they called up and they said, please, let's meet right now. Please, let's meet right now. And I said, okay, I'll give you till July 9. I actually asked them, I said, what's the date? Because they weren't willing to meet. And after I did what I did, they said, we'll meet anytime you want. And we have an end date of July 9th. You call that chickening out? Because we have $14 trillion now invested, committed to investing when Biden didn't have practically anything. This country was dying. You know, we have the hottest country anywhere in the world. I went to Saudi Arabia. The king told me. He said, we have the hottest country in the world right now. 6 months ago, this country was stone cold dead. We had a dead country. We had a country people didn't think it was going to survive, and you ask a nasty question like that. It's called negotiation. You set a number. And if you go down, if I set a number at a ridiculous high number and I go down a little bit, they want me to hold that number, 145% tariff. Even I said, man, that really got up. You know how it got? Because of fentanyl and many other things, and you added it up. I said, where are we now? We're at 145%. I said, whoa, that's high. That's high. They were doing no business whatsoever, and they were having a lot of problems. We were very nice to China. I don't know if they're going to be nice to us, but we were very nice to China. And in many ways, I think we really helped China tremendously because, they were having great difficulty because we were basically going cold turkey with China. We were doing no business because of the tariff, because it was so high. But I knew that. But don't ever say what you said. That's a nasty question. Go ahead.
Mr. President,
to me, that's the nastiest question.
Mr. President,
Wait a minute. Wait. Go ahead, please.
One, it is flabbergasting to me to witness Donald Trump just talk about up to this number and then another number, he says, up to 140 or whatever, and then down to another number. He doesn't know what's going on around. He does not know what his own policies are. He cannot speak with any accuracy whatsoever, with any detail whatsoever, what he's done to the global economy, but also the United States. Luckily, last night, a 3-judge panel, a federal court, stepped in and put a stop to this until it can get to the Supreme Court, presumably. But this is, don't you ever say something. Don't you ever ask that. He got His feathers were ruffled, if we're sticking with the chickening out metaphor. The chicken feathers definitely got ruffled for Donald Trump. Now, yesterday after this incident, not Caitlin Collins, Breonna Keeler from CNN had Robert Armstrong on actually it was Caitlin Collins. Man, I'm all over the map. I got another clip later that has Mike Flood with Breonna Keeler. I got them mixed up. Too much news in the brain. You see, I am perpetually online and perpetually mixed up in the news, as one would expect doing what I do. Anyway, so it's Caitlin Collins with Robert Armstrong, the guy who coined the term, and his reaction to this freak out. And I think the words he uses is something like, it's very telling. And indeed, it is very telling that Donald Trump is so bothered by a little nickname that he freaked out at a press conference. Watch Robert Armstrong react.
Then I chicken out. I've never heard that. We have the hottest country in the world right now. 6 months ago, this country was stone cold dead. We had a dead country. We had a country people didn't think it was going to survive, and you ask a nasty question like that. It's called negotiation. Don't ever say what you said. That's a nasty question. Go ahead. To me, that's the nastiest question.
It wasn't the reporter who came up with that term, but instead it was the Financial Times commentator who joins me now, Robert Armstrong, who came up with this term, taco trade. And it's great to have you here. I mean, what did you make of the president's response to your term?
Well, first, I was sort of knocked over that something that I'd said in my newsletter at the Financial Times to kind of just capture a little aspect of this moment made its way to the White House. But I think the president's response was very telling. The phrase hit a nerve with him because, of course, the facts support the taco thesis, whether it's been on electronics early on or the high tariffs on China or the Liberation Day reciprocal tariffs, or most recently, the high tariffs on Europe. Trump talks big, blows his trumpet, makes a huge fuss, and before negotiations even begin, before he's even made contact with reality, he backs off. And correspondingly, the markets panic at first, then he backs off and markets bounce right up again. And it's just undeniable that this is part of the pattern of markets and this administration.
So when he says it's just a negotiating tactic, you disagree?
I mean, of course, there's no evidence that starting with these outrageous expectations has bought him anything. And the way you can see that is that he's come down before the other side has it's like he sees the response of the bond market or the stock market, or he sees his popularity ratings, and that's what makes him back off. It's not the Chinese or the Europeans that are that he's won some concessions from. That simply isn't happening.
One, he didn't freak out because the facts support the taco thesis, Robert Armstrong. He freaked out because he's an insecure weakling. And when he is shown to be that in the Oval Office of the White House of the United States of America, it's a big deal. He was outed on international television as being a weakling. Now, the rest of what Robert Armstrong said was correct. It is a cycle. Donald Trump brings chaos. The markets freak out. He creates a problem that doesn't exist. And then he backs away. He chickens out from whatever policy it was. It doesn't have to be trade. It could be any number of things that has happened in his first term and in his first 100 days here. And then he reverses course. The rough seas calm over the issue, and he claims victory solving a problem that he created by undoing the damage he did. And MAGA world applauds. Oh, the dear leader, the wonderful, beautiful clothes that our naked dear leader has on. It's out of a fairy tale. It's out of a children's parable. The thing we've got going on here in 2025 in the United States of America as we watch our country burn to the ground. The failing state of the United States. Anyway, What do you think? Have you been following this? I'd love to know. You can comment below, as always, or you can call the voicemail line, 714-576-4054. And of course, as always, you can email me daily@dollemore.com. I'm going to let you go. I love and appreciate you very much. Please stay engaged. Like, comment, subscribe, share this video. We're still having, I'm trying to get to the bottom of it, but I'm thinking there's some shadow banning, suppression kind of stuff going on. Whether it's algorithmic or actually being made, a decision being made, I don't know. But, you know, I've had videos that didn't even get 10,000 views. And when you have 1 million subscribers and change, that's very strange. Anyway, thanks for your support. I love you very much. I will see you next time. Be genuine and take care of one another. If you or someone you love is on Medicare, listen up, because this is important. Did you know that the Department of Justice just recently filed a massive fraud complaint against 3 of the largest Medicare brokers in the United States? The DOJ asserts these brokers misled seniors by claiming to offer unbiased assistance, when instead they actually steered people to insurance plans that paid the brokers the highest kickbacks. Shameless profiteering masked as benevolence. Unforgivable, yet also unsurprising. If you are looking for Medicare answers, Chapter is a company worth looking to. After their own families were scammed by brokers, Chapter was founded to fix this broken system. Chapter is fully independent. They are the only national advisors that search every Medicare plan available to find the one that actually fits your needs. Chapter advocates for you, not for the insurance company. No steering, no pressure, just ethical, honest help at no cost to you. Chapter has saved the average senior over $1,000 a year, and they are a free resource for you. If you have questions, give Chapter a call now at the number on the screen. You'll talk to a real person who will help you figure out exactly which plan fits best for you. For honest answers on Medicare, call Chapter today or go to askchapter.org/Dollemore.